Thank you.
You know?
You're welcome.
Where's Meredith Marks when I need her?
The rumors, the nastiness, the rumors, the nastiness. You want me to go there with her husband? I can go there. You can leave.
Where's Meredith Marks when I need her?
The rumors, the nastiness, the rumors, the nastiness. You want me to go there with her husband? I can go there. You can leave.
Where's Meredith Marks when I need her?
The rumors, the nastiness, the rumors, the nastiness. You want me to go there with her husband? I can go there. You can leave.
Where's Meredith Marks when I need her?
The rumors, the nastiness, the rumors, the nastiness. You want me to go there with her husband? I can go there. You can leave.
Where's Meredith Marks when I need her?
The rumors, the nastiness, the rumors, the nastiness. You want me to go there with her husband? I can go there. You can leave.
Sun on your skin, 6 a.m. and I've been watching you sleep. And honey, I'm so afraid you're gonna wake up and say that you should probably leave.
Welcome to Goth Talk. I'm Cersei Nightshade.
And I'm Azrael Abyss, Prince of Sorrow.
Tonight, we're coming to you live from Suncoast High School. We're just down this hall. The pathetic day dwellers of the class of 1998 are celebrating the tawdry amusement known as the prom.
Yeah, we'll be great, we'll be awesome, we'll knock him dead, right? Right? Yeah!
This is wrong.
What?
You doing my homework, it's wrong.
Well, I was just trying to help.
It's like I'm taking advantage of you or something.
You're not taking advantage of me.
The square of the hypotenuse of a right triangle is equal to the sums of the square of the other two sides, baby!
It would be different if we were like... But now, you're just... You know... a friend or whatever.
No time! There's never any time! I don't have time to study! I'll never get into Stanford! I'll let everyone down! I'm so confused!
I can't do this anymore.
It's okay.
You're right.
It's okay.
Everything will be okay.
Yeah.
I just need one of these.
Pills? You mean you really are taking drugs?
No, in a way it was wrong, but I just have a feeling that this is going to be really good.
I don't know.
So whoever's going to tutor you, their name is next to yours.
Brain Krakow?
Are you... Brain?
Brian.
I need them.
Jesse, give me those.
I need them, Zach. I have to sing.
Jesse! You can't sing tonight.
Yes, I can. I'm so excited. I'm
So,
so scared.
anyway, the Odyssey is like this real long book, right? And
I don't believe this. I don't... You like do this? This is like how you live?
Yeah.
Welcome to Goth Talk. I'm Cersei Nightshade.
And I'm Azrael Abyss, Prince of Sorrow.
Tonight, we're coming to you live from Suncoast High School. We're just down this hall. The pathetic day dwellers of the class of 1998 are celebrating the tawdry amusement known as the prom.
This is wrong.
What?
You doing my homework, it's wrong.
Well, I was just trying to help.
It's like I'm taking advantage of you or something.
You're not taking advantage of me.
The square of the hypotenuse of a right triangle is equal to the sums of the square of the other two sides, baby!
It would be different if we were like... But now, we're just... You know... a friend or whatever.
No time! There's never any time! I don't have time to study! I'll never get into Stanford! I'll let everyone down! I'm so confused!
I can't do this anymore.
It's okay.
You're right.
It's okay.
Everything will be okay.
Yeah.
I just need one of these.
Pills? You mean you really are taking drugs?
No, in a way it was wrong, but I just have a feeling that this is going to be really good.
I don't know.
So whoever's going to tutor you, their name is next to yours.
Brain Cray Cow?
Are you... Brain?
Brian.
I need them.
Jesse, give me those.
I need them back. I have to sing.
Jesse! You can't sing tonight.
Yes, I can. I'm so excited. I'm so scared.
So, anyway, The Odyssey is like this real long book, right? And
I don't believe this. I don't... You like do this? This is like how you live?
Yeah.
Welcome to Goth Talk. I'm Circe Nightshade.
And I'm Azrael Abyss, Prince of Sorrow.
Tonight, we're coming to you live from Suncoast High School. We're just down this hall. The pathetic day dwellers of the class of 1998 are celebrating the tawdry amusement known as the prom.
This is wrong.
What?
You. Doing my homework, it's wrong.
Well, I was just trying to help.
It's like I'm taking advantage of you or something.
You're not taking advantage of me.
The square of
There's a toddler running our country. He has spit up on his t-shirt, his belly hanging out, walking around knock-kneed. He has no balance, no equilibrium, and he needs a chainsaw. What in the production company is fulfilling your request to have a chainsaw on stage while you speak at some kind of a summit? Oh, and make sure there's a chain in it. I want everyone to be afraid. And women, don't come near, because you're going to get sewn. I want a baby with you. I want a baby with you. You IVF. You surrogate. You bend over. He's Oprah. And you get a baby, baby, baby. He's the kind of guy with the personality thing that makes you want to sow your wild oats. And I'm not just talking about a few. No, he wants to infiltrate the whole population. So you don't know if you're your cousin or not and what kind of baby you're going to procure. How many heads will it have? 10 fingers and 10 toes on one arm, maybe. So now you have 40 digits. What are you going to do with that? Play the piano, I'm sure. There's a toddler running our country.
The My Hand in Yours tumblers. It keeps things hot and cold. Amazing. We have the My Hand in Yours license plate holder.
Wow. Jamie, let me just say, that is the chicest wind chime I have ever.
Thank you, darling.
Stop it right now. It's very chic. So chic. Really very chic.
The My Hand in Yours tumblers.
It keeps things hot and cold. Amazing.
Hello, everyone. You all are so chic. Happy Thursday, June 26th. I'm here, wet hair and all, for another No Offense, All Offense with me, stand-up comedian and pop culture vulture, Joleen Lunzer. We have a lot to talk about today. I hope you guys are having a great day. Smash that like if you haven't already. Grab a beverage. Hopefully you're wearing something very, very comfy. All right. And like Tamara said, what we're going to talk about today, I'm just going to give you my opinions. But that doesn't mean you have to have the same opinion. You're welcome to sound off in the live chat or the comment section on the replay crew, and we can just respectfully agree to disagree. All right? Now, remember, everything I say is true, except for the parts that are false. Everything is alleged and for entertainment purposes only.
Allegedly!
We have a lot of pop culture news to roast today to get to. And guess what? You guys showed up and showed out in the comment section and in yesterday's chat, I should say. So we are also going to be roasting. Excuse me. I need a little sip of my Celsius. We're also going to be roasting Lala's podcast with Tom Schwartz. No, don't boo it. Don't boo it. It's going to be really fun. I think. I haven't watched it yet. It's from 6 days ago. So we're going to roast that. We just have so many things to get to. If you missed it yesterday, we did do a full roast and recap of the latest Valley episode. And so check that out for sure. We talked about a lot of things. So I don't think we're going to get too much into the Valley unless there's some news that pops up for the Valley peeps. Also today, Steven and I are going to be doing a members only. I know my little Stevie Weevy, my new little nickname for him. I didn't send him a time, but I'm going to decide right now. And hopefully, Stevie Weevy, let me know in the chat that you're available. And this is for all YouTube channel members, Patreon members in 2 of the tiers. And I'm going to say, let's see, it's 11. Okay. So Eastern time, carry the 1, multiply by 3. Let's do 3:30 Pacific, 6:30 Eastern, 5:30 Central, 4:30 Mountain. 4:30 Mountain. How does that sound, everybody? Stevie Weevy, text me and let me know if that works for you. We're on the fly here. So make sure I'll set that up after this live. I'll send it to those of you on Patreon. I usually send them in a message and also post it on the wall on Patreon. And then I will post it in the members tab here on YouTube. Hopefully that all makes sense. You could see me grinding the gears. Okay, Ben. Hi, Krista. Krista Marie, I saw your comment that you want to do a little collabby. We'll have to make that work. Just let me know what you want to talk about, and you can come on. Definitely, I'll drop the link. You can come on as a little guesty poo, and we can talk some reality tea. Thank you, Evelyn, for dropping all of the links to my social media and my memberships and such. If you want to support the channel further, I do have my little Venmo code. I also have, you can send a super chat while we're live. Okay, Steven's down. You can hit me up again on the Venmo, PayPal, Cash App. Everything's in the description. Also, thank you guys. I saw a lot of you went over to my dear, dear friend, Shauna Christmas, the hilarious Shauna Christmas. We did a live the other night talking about a myriad of things. And you guys went over like I had asked and watched her special. I see a lot of really nice comments. She has her brand new comedy special, which is available on YouTube for free. We almost got her to 10,000 views. She's sitting at 9.7 some thousand views. I'm going to drop the link for her special in the chat because we love supporting women creatives, women in comedy. That is obviously that's one of our favorite things to do, right, guys? We love doing that. So, and we're back on our grind of Monday through Friday, 11 a.m., pending my ADHD, doing No Offense, All Offense, where we roast and recap and react to pop culture news, our favorite reality shows, things we love to hate, things we hate to love. You guys know the deal. I feel so zen. I feel very chill. Okay, I'm going to pin Shauna's in the live chat. I'm going to pin the link to watch her special. Self-produced. She killed it. She killed it. Yes, support women. Right? She's so fabulous. She's so smart. She's so funny. She's so great. She's just all the good things. I love Shauna. I can't say enough good things about Shauna. So, Otter, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Again, my allergies. I don't know. I need to. Kirkland, you're failing me. I take these every day because you kind people were like, Joleen, keep them in your system. Take it every day. and still my allergies are crazy. Wouldn't it be crazy if I'm just really allergic to my fur babies? I don't care. Like, they're not going anywhere. I will just suffer my whole life because those are my babies. Also, I do want to revive. We have lots of little housekeeping things on top before we get into it. I do want to kind of revive my Joleen Vlogs channel. I haven't been vlogging. Once upon a time, I had a Joleen Vlogs channel. I still have it. Occasionally, I went live and just talked about things, and then also posted vlogs. But I think maybe the fur babies, they need to shine over there. So let me know if you guys would be interested in me posting a little bit of summer fur baby content, because I definitely do film them a lot because I find them adorable. And with 2 cats and 3 dogs, it's some stuff goes down. Liz, you're allergic to your cats? See, and Krista Marie said I'd suffer with my right. Oh well. I talked to my parents yesterday and they said the East Coast, they don't live in the East Coast. They just are over 70. So they know the weather everywhere. And they said that the East Coast is like record highs. Very, very, very hot. So stay cool. I live obviously in California, specifically in the desert. So it's just always hot. I'm always hot. All right, guys. So first things first, before we get into the Lala and Schwartz, I have to talk about Love Island. All right. I got caught up on Love Island last night. So we're talking about Love Island USA season 7. I think it was episode 11 is the latest one. Right, guys? Oh my goodness. Okay. So, no. Was it episode 12? Love Island. Yeah. Oh. Why did I cry? Why am I crying watching Love Island? Oh my gosh. I was like, what? Did anybody else cry? But, spoiler alert if you haven't seen it. All right. We got to Casa Amor. Yeah, the Tuesday episode. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. We got to Casa Amor. The ladies went to Casa Amor. And normally at Casa Amor, I thought you just go, you have a good time. They bring in some new bombshells. And then whatever gender isn't at Casa Amor, they stay. Baby, don't chew that, baby. You're going to get electrocuted. Don't do that. They stay on the original Love Island. And then at the end of Casa Amor, we kind of decide who they're going to bring back to Love Island. And the Love Island people decide who of the new bombshells they're going to be keeping. But this time, they did a whole recoupling. So everyone who was coupled up. So the ladies go to Casa Amor. They bring in new bombshell dudes. The men stay on Love Island. They bring in new bombshell chicks. And then they say, hey, you're not in a couple anymore with your, people you were coupled with. Now you're going to recouple with these new bombshells. Favorite parts, all right, was Nick not getting picked and also TJ, because I think, a little humbling had to happen there. So I was here for it. Taylor, with the new bombshells, he got 2 hotties that picked him. Ultimately, he went with Coco, I believe, but then hit it off with Clark more. So everyone got coupled up. Eventually, Clark then, since she wasn't picked by Taylor, went over to Nick's way. Then Nick really was loving some, what was her name? Raymond? I don't know. All the new ladies have very interesting names. Vanna. I guess Vanna White. Raymond, or whatever her name is. Clark. And TJ was left single. And I was really hoping it would probably just go TJ. Go TJ. Go TJ home. I'm over TJ. They did a kissing thing where they were blindfolded and TJ was being like a total butt wipe about it. I mean, like, that can't sucked. That wasn't very good. I was like, shut up, TJ. And the ladies over at Casa Amor, they did a kissing type thing too. And guess who? So all the ladies were coupled up. There's always gonna be one person left out, and it's Amaya again. And I'm like, no. I love Amaya. Justice for Amaya. We need to freaking like save her. What is wrong with these people? Does she come on a little strong sometimes? Sure. But she's looking for love. She's a nurse. She's sweet. She's beautiful. So she wasn't picked. However, she and Alandria were not picked. But then there's always an extra guy because Shelly got chosen by two gentlemen. One guy was 6'8", and Ace is 5'2". So she went from short king, I guess. Even though I think Ace is kind of annoying, to this super tall international basketball player. And then there was an extra gentleman who is, I think he's Thai, but he's from the UK. Maybe he's from Thailand originally, but he lives in the UK, but he's British. I'm not sure. But he's an international model. He has veneers that shine like a diamond. And he's got baby bangs. And he's like, I love better. I'm a reformed bad man. Reformed bad man. Yes, reformed. And I'm like, okay. So he chooses Alandria. So Amaya's still sitting there single. And I'm like, what? Right? She's such a sweetie. She has such a good heart. So Amaya's like, I need to get to work because Ariana says, hey, obviously, TJ, Amaya, you're both single and vulnerable. And then we find out that if they don't get in a couple, when the recoupling comes up, then they have to go home. I'm like, what? What? Long story short, so they're coupled up and then they're recoupled 24 hours later with their new hotties. And the international former bad boy, former bad man, I forget his name. He chooses Amaya. They put Amaya in the front. So the person that isn't in a couple, wasn't chosen, they go stand in front of the fire pit and wait. And then they say, does anyone here feel that they have a better connection with Amaya than they do their current couple? And as much, I didn't want Alandria to go, but I did want the reformed bad man to stand up. So I was like, stand up, stand up, stand up. And then he did. And I was like, yeah. And then I realized, oh shit, if someone doesn't leave a coupling that they're in for Alandria, then Alandria, one of the OGs, is going to go home at Casa Amor. What? It was crazy. So, okay, let me pull up. Rather than share that, let me share since I'm still learning these new people's names. So then Alandria stands there and she is just, so put together, so strong. All the girls are like, ah! So little baby bangs, British guy. He's like, oh, I thought this was maybe going to be a happy moment because I just picked Amaya. And then Maya's like, no. And all the girls are like, no, because they know that freaking Alandria got to go home. And I'm like, I don't want Alandria to go home. Alandria's the best. I don't want Alandria to leave. And so she stands up there and nobody. Okay, so these are the new girl bombshells. None of the guys decide to leave their coupling for Alandria. And she sent packing. I was like, what? Are you serious? It was really, I cried. It was so sad. And I'm thinking, Huda, go home. Huda's like, ah! And I'm like, go home, Huda. I cannot believe this show. These men, they've seen how all the women have acted. And they would rather be with Huda, who they've seen verbally accost, abuse, and humiliate the man she was in a coupledom with, her coupling. They'd rather be with her than Amaya or Alandria. What? You know, Amaya's got a good job. She's beautiful. Is she a little like, you know, okay. But Huda literally will call you out, tell you you're a piece of shit pussy, you're a bitch, and she's getting picked over that. Right? Like, how could you lose Alandria? How could this happen? Why is this happening? I was just like, what? No. No, how? I thought for sure once we went to Casa Amor, I'm like, none of these dudes are going to pick Huda, unfortunately, because they saw the Jeremiah stuff. And then Jeremiah goes home. Huda is outliving everybody. It's crazy. I never would have guessed it, but here we are. So she hooks up with this, or she's coupled up with this guy, JD. Now, JD, I kind of felt bad for him because when they got to Casa Amor and they did the kissing thing, nobody picked him to smooch. And I was like, oh, why didn't they? And then the more I kind of saw JD, he's another tall one, like the international basketball player guy. And here, let me show you JD. You know, it looks cute, but then on the show, I was like, he kind of looks like a giant toddler. Like he has such a baby face that I thought, well, maybe that's why. You know, because he looks like a grown, like his body's grown, but his face is a fetus. You know what I'm saying? But then you hear this man speaking to the women and the way he was treating the women and talking to Amaya, who ended up crying as she pulled him for a chat. He was so sweet. Me and Hype Man Husband Chell were watching it. And we both were like, oh my God, this guy, JD, is a damn sweetie. Wipe the sea. How old is he? See, he's just 23. Like, he's just a baby. But even when Huda was talking about, you know, her situation, he's like, I've done bad stuff too. You know, but it sounds like you're really taking accountability. I'm like, so he's coupled up with Huda, and I'm worried for him. I'll be honest with you. I am worried for this man. I'm like, no, be careful. Oh my goodness. So Alandria leaves, then we go over to the guys. And now the evil part of me watching Love Island was like, hell to the yes. Nick got sent packing, but then I was kind of sad for him and the boys because then Taylor was crying about it. And I'm like, Steven and I can talk about it more on the Members Live. But I was a little bit, you know, just like, oh, why am I sad Nick's leaving? Well, I was sad for Sierra because Sierra has been crying about Nick. Now, Nick was really into this lady, Jaden. Now, Jaden picked Austin. Jaden is goofy. I do like myself some Jaden. She got the type 1 diabetes. Nick clocked it. She's got the little checker thing on her arm. My dad has one of those. And that doesn't surprise me. Cammie says TJ's reportedly an Andrew Tate fan. That doesn't surprise me. But when her and like Austin had a conversation about what superpower, she's like, yeah, like her voice, everything. She's really quirky. I like her. And Nick's like, ooh, I like that. I like her. And she's like, I kind of like you too, I guess. Oh, there's a helicopter. And ultimately, she didn't stand up when Nick had to stand in front of the fire pit and was single. When Clark left him for Taylor, because Coco left Taylor for Austin, and Vanna left Ace because Vanna left Ace for TJ. And what's going on with Vanna? That is a 21-year-old lady from Utah. I think she goes to Heather's place. Whatever that spa skin place Heather has. I don't really get the appeal for Nick either, which is why I was very shocked. That I was kind of sad that he was leaving, but I think I was more sad for Sierra. But I want Sierra to get to know her new coupling. Chickenhead, thank you for the super chat. Chickenhead said, love her. She's from my neck of the woods. Just such a cutie. See, I want Sierra to get to know this guy because this guy was like, I love Libras. You're a Libra. My mom's a Libra. My sister's a Libra. My God's a Libra. Libra, Libra, Libra. Yes. I like independent women. Sierra's like, I'm independent. yes. He's like, I want, it's like, I don't need you, but I want you. Sarah's like, I don't, yes. And he's like, that sounds very emotionally mature. He's got curly hair, little chest hair. I'm like, okay, Alon, or whatever his name is, 24-year-old tech consultant. I don't know, who's originally from Toronto. So he's a Canadian. And then we have Shelly with this gentleman who's the international basketball player. The only thing I don't like about this for Shelly is that he's going to be gone a lot, balling. And so it's going to be long distance. So anyways, Olandria leaves. I'm like, oh my God. I was just saying, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Then Nick doesn't get picked, which I thought was at first, oh, that's good. Nick needs like a reality check. He needs to get his ego checked. But then I got sad because then the guys were sad. And even Pepe. I was like, Pepe, you just got here. And Pepe was like, he's such a good guy. He's such a good friend. And I'm like, I don't know. It's hard with me with some of the OG guys because they literally are they're really petty. And then they question the women. They're like, why did you vote out Hannah? I did not care. I know I said early on, like, I really liked Hannah and I'm sure she's a wonderful gal, but I didn't care that Hannah left. I wanted Amaya to stay. I didn't care. It was too much crying. It's too much crying. I can't have too much crying on my Love Island. All right. Hannah had Charlie. Now she can go be with Charlie. I know the point is to like fall in love, but it's also a competition show. So I get it. Whatever. So then Nick leaves. I'm like, holy shit. And the craziest part is the girls, the women don't know that this is happening, which guy has left, and the men don't know which woman is left. So I'm like, I wonder if Taylor's even going to care that Alandria is gone because, Taylor right away, he got so lucky having Alandria be interested in him. But then early on, he was like, I'm not really attracted to her. I was like, well, then what are you attracted to? Who are you attracted to, if not Alandria, who's the prettiest piece of pretty that ever prettied, who's beautiful inside and out and very mature? Then who are you attracted to, sir? But then when the new bombshells came in, he was like, oh, I'm attracted to them. I'm like, why are you attracted to them? Okay, Taylor, you were my early fave, but then I was a little put off by that. And then Shelly was just losing it over her bestie, Alandria, leaving. And I'm thinking, Huda's still there. And Huda's crying like, oh, it shouldn't be like this. Well, then self-evict, Huda. Self-evict. Let Alandria stay. And she didn't. Was anyone else thinking that? Right? The outrage over Hannah and Jeremiah's eliminations. Like, I thought it sucked that Jeremiah had to leave because everything the guys told Jeremiah, they just gaslit him the first time. It's like, or the whole time. You're getting too close. You're not close enough. You're doing too much. You're not doing enough. Hood is crazy. No, you're crazy. And Jeremiah was doing that thing that you learn in life you can't do when you try to please everyone. You please no one, especially yourself. So who cares? And why does Ace think he runs shit? His legs don't even touch the floor when he sits down. He's dangling. Why does he think he runs anything? But he is running these boys. He really is. But then at the end of the episode, right? So Alandria leaves. We see Nick leave. I'm like, why am I emotional? This is Love Island, but we're here. Then all of a sudden, the car pulls up to get Nick, and Alandria opens the door, and she's like, get in, bitch. We're going to the mall, And she's like, hurry, Nick. And Nick's like, so what's happening? Are they putting them on some kind of special, like, Survivor-like island? Are they going to the edge of extinction where they have to survive on nothing and forage for their food and their shelter and their heat? That would be kind of cool. I don't think so. But also it made me think, oh, Nick always really liked kissing Alandria. Like, he pulled Alandria during these competitions, and he was like, ooh. You could tell, like, he was. So I'm like, what's going on? So something tells me that really these two are not done. But if that's the case, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. And Steven says Ariana did say everyone's returning from Casa Amor. Oh, Steven, detective. We'll talk about this more on the members only and get into it. But it's like, yes, Vanessa, it's zombie week for Nick and Alandra, like Big Brother. That's hilarious. So we'll see. We'll see what ends up happening. But Huda, I'm just like, I can't even. Huda is just outlasting everybody. Everybody. I thought for sure. Like, come on. She's going to be gone by now. No, she's still there. She is still there. So tonight we have a new episode. I can't wait. Thank you, Evelyn, for gifting 5 memberships to the channel. Hopefully, whoever got the memberships, let me see if I can see. You're able to join us today for the members only live. Okay. Let's see. Thanks to Evelyn, Callie for Kat, Jackie L, Mary D, Mochas, and Andrea. Ardna got free memberships. So please put your hearts in the chat for Evelyn for being a sweetie, wipe the CD, and gifting memberships. That was very kind and very generous of you. Thank you, Evelyn. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So we'll see. I'll see what's going to happen later. I did have this cute little picture with, maybe I put it in my Love Island folder, with Alandria and Nick. It'd be funny if they end up hooking up. But Alandria was like, I'll get my cowboy. And everyone's like, how are you so strong? She's like, I've had to be my whole life. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is like a movie. So dramatic. So sad. All right. Oh, well. I'll pull it during the members. Something to look forward to. All right. Now let's get into, let me see if there's anything else in my little, Crystal Minkoff is telling stories on Mercedes podcast, which I'm going to have to listen to that. Oh, God. Okay. Let's talk about this real quick. Let's see. Let me just pause this. So apparently, they're really still talking Darkside Danny. Other people are talking Darkside Danny. And I'm like, what? So other people have said, I have had experiences with Darkside Danny. And this is according to Breaking Bravo news clips. Let me share this here for you guys. Smash that like if you haven't already. Let's see if we can hit 200 likes. Mods, please let me know. And Ben, let us know who you're blocking. Who you are blocking. Okay. So apparently, according to Breaking Rules pod clips, the Bravo Investigator podcast from 6/23/25, shout out to them. Also a 2T's clip referring to Darkside Danny. So I don't know who in the Bravo Investigator podcast was speaking that we're going to hear, but which should surprise nobody, Teddy Mellencamp has an experience with something that's trending on Bravo. Hopefully Teddy is getting well and all the things. She's going through a lot with her health. However, Teddy always finds herself involved in these things. And Teddy Mellencamp says she too has had an experience with Darkside Danny. So let's listen to what they have to say here. Give me a thumbs up in the chat as soon as you hear the audio for this.
Of Danny. So have you yourself ever witnessed Darkside Danny? And if so, what to the extent did you witness? Like, what was the worst thing you've ever witnessed Darkside Danny to exhibit?
I have. We used to all hang out at Jax's a lot before everything went down. But how do I say it? It was the same kind of thing. And I was able to ask some of the people there, some of the guys there, to have him leave for his own benefit. And they quickly did. After I saw him being inappropriate with people. It was just inappropriate. And it falls right in line with the other, the stuff with Jasmine and that kind of thing. And that had already happened. And so I,
Well, just to clarify, so there's more than one incident. Like, we're talking about incidents aside from the Jasmine incident.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's not. That's the frustrating part. Is it's not, it almost feels like everyone's seeing a reaction based off of one incident.
I'm trying to put this in the nicest way possible.
Yeah.
I have seen Danny be Darkside Danny.
Oh, I didn't know that you knew him that well.
Yeah. And
Can you explain to us what Darkside Danny is?
To me, it's just obnoxious. Like, it's not a fun drunk to be around.
Ask you about Danny. So, have you yourself ever witnessed Darkside Danny? And if so, what to the extent did you witness? Like, what was the worst thing you've ever witnessed Darkside Danny to exhibit?
I have. We used to all hang out at Jackson's a lot before everything went down. But how do I say it? It was the same kind of thing. And I was able to ask some of the people there, some of the guys there, to have him leave for his own benefit. And they quickly did. After I saw him being inappropriate with people. It was just inappropriate. And it falls right in line with the other, the stuff with Jasmine and that kind of thing. And that had already happened. And so I
just to clarify, so there's more than one incident. Like, incidents aside from the Jasmine incident.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's not. That's the frustrating part. Is it's not. It almost feels like everyone's seeing a reaction based off of one incident.
I'm trying to put this in the nicest way possible.
Yeah.
I have seen Danny be Darkside Danny.
Oh, I didn't know that you knew him that well.
Yeah. And
Can you explain to us what Darkside Danny is?
To me, it's just obnoxious. Like, it's not a fun drunk to be around.
Ask you about Danny.
Okay. So I listened to it twice because I was like, huh? So apparently this, I don't know who, maybe the host from the Breaking the Rules pod clips podcast was talking about Danny first, seeing Danny do inappropriate things. And then Teddy Mellencamp, of course, had to chime in with, I too have seen Danny be Darkside Danny. I too. I too. Remember, she was there with James and Allie, which then turned out to be true. So I don't know. Teddy will find her way there. She is like the Where's Waldo. Every Bravo thing, she's like, you're like, oh my God, there's Teddy Mellencamp. That's weird. I didn't know she knew those people. Even Tamara was like, I didn't know you were friends with them. Teddy's like, yeah, I'm everywhere. I am everywhere. Indiana Girl Jules. I see that now. Thank you for pointing that out. Thank you so much for the super chat. Indiana Girl Jules says, check out Ryan Bailey's from today. He explains how Jax went to rehab in September 2024 for 30 days. Then the car situation happened in November 2024, and he went back to rehab, but only for 17 days. Okay. Some people put that. Thank you, Indiana Girl Jules. Some people put that in the comment section of my Valley roast yesterday because I was confused. Like, are we going to see this car incident? Because they were talking so much about this car incident. So pre-season, when they were doing press, that I was thinking, oh, we'll hear about this horrible car incident with Jax and Brittany with Cruz in the car. But it turns out we won't, because it happened after the season had filmed. And this was the reason. Now it's all coming back to me now, that Jax was forced to go to rehab the second time and only stayed for 17 days, which that's not enough and that doesn't work. But okay. So and then the car situation, so we won't see it, but went back to rehab. Okay. It was just also confusing. I think because they were trying so hard to save Jax before the season started, that none of it was making sense then. Because I'm like, well, what are they going to show us? What are we going to see? What is going on? It was just too much. So thank you for explaining that. And also thank you to those of you in the comment section on my last video who explained that as well, because I was so confused. I was so confused. All right, let's get into the Schwartz Lala podcast. So Lala had Tom Schwartz on her podcast. Okay. And we know we have theories over here about Lala and Schwartz. Lala is so forgiving of Schwartz, who was way worse to her than Katie Maloney ever was. There's always been this weird, gross sexual tension and flirting. And then early on, when she was on Vanderpump Rules, she would talk about Schwartzy and how he was hot, like when she was new to the show. And then we heard he was going to be a guest on her podcast again. Well, I think she had previously, we roasted a Amazon Live they did together wearing like muumuus or something. I don't know. And that was weird enough. Now he's back on her podcast. And I heard that there is some weird sexual vibes. Oh my God. Jess, good question. So it was rehab from substances. What he really needs is a personality rehab. I don't know if the second one, because the first one I think was more about mental health, even though he didn't take any of that seriously. Jax's rehab stint or whatever it was at the resort. Then the second rehab was at the same one or the same resort he went to the first time, and then only to stay 17 days and to come out and be like, I know it all. I'm coaching people. Everyone in there was like, help me get sober. It's like, no, that's not how it works, sir. Jax has all the personality disorders. Like he's a whole problem. Right? I feel like we called it Indiana Girl Jills. I feel like we've been calling this. So I'm ready to dive in. I can't promise I'm not going to hit the boo button a lot. I can't promise I'm not going to feel like I want to vomit. But let's take a listen to this. Obviously, you can find this podcast over at the Give Them Lala YouTube channel. I never want to stop a lady's bag. So go over there. If you want to subscribe to Lala's podcast and watch this in its entirety without me interrupting and giving my silly commentary. But yeah, and you can also find her podcast everywhere you find podcasts. So there you go. I'm going to speed it up just a little bit and I will be stopping for commentary, and please sound off in the live chat. Let's get started.
We got another fellow gorgeous Vanderpumper. What's up, Tom Schwartz?
Hi, Lala. Hi, Easton. Hey. What's up, gang? It's good to have you here.
Oh my God, real quick. I know I stopped it right away. Somebody posted a meme or something. I don't know if it was on social media or Reddit, and they got a picture of White Boy Dreads, who we've been calling out forever. And they're like, oh, this is Lala's brother. So everyone in the family thinks they're black. And it's like, yeah, everyone in Lala's family tries to appropriate people's cultures. Like, for sure. As he's sitting there with his white boy dreads. And Lala says she's the reincarnation of Tupac. But yes, I was like, oh, yep. Welcome to what we've known for a while.
I know it is.
You have already put me in a great mood. Wow. Just like that. I'm getting a lot of love today.
Well, we did a bonus episode where Easton came out of nowhere with his love for Tom Schwartz.
You professed your love?
He did.
Publicly?
I did.
Privately, we have a thing going on. I mean, we didn't say it, but yeah.
All right, Tom's moving into the back house. You heard it here first.
So lucky. I love your house so much.
Really? For someone who loves it so much, you'd never come over.
I know. I'm coming this week. Let's start letting you know.
This is a friendship that needs to happen.
I've been a hermit lately. Although I was out of my shell this weekend.
No, that's not a friend. Schwartz has enough shitty friends. Schwartz is shitty enough. He doesn't need White Boy Dreads as a friend. Yes, Anna, I have heard the rumor that Lala is going to be on season 2 of Love Hotel. I bet you that is true. I will almost guarantee it. Brian says, oh my God, not White Boy Dreads and Tom, Dick, and Harry Schwartz in the same room. Oh, this is going to be a hard one to get through. We're only a minute in and I'm annoyed.
We had World Dog Day.
Did you
I
go?
went and showed some love, and I met the whole cast from Vanderpump Villa.
Shut.
They're cool as shit.
Oh, Vanderpump Villa, not the new cast of Vanderpump.
No, I did one scene. I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about that, but
well, I love it.
They were at Tom. They're like, hey, you want to pop in? I was like, yeah, I'll pop in.
Tom Schwartz is so thirsty. Like he needs those checks. I think someone said he just bought a house. So does that mean he's not, or he built a house? Does that mean he's not Jax's neighbor anymore? So, and you know, Lisa Vanderpump, they have a weird relationship, her and Tom Schwartz. So he's just appearing on every show on Bravo. There's Schwartz. He's everywhere you don't want him to be.
Yeah, I'll pop in. Hello.
You want to pop off? I'm trying to get.
No. Please do not put Lala on the new Vanderpump. Oh my God, please no. She's going to be like, here's what you need to do, bitch. I'll be like, stop it. No.
How much are you paying me? Trying to get popped, Lala?
Are you trying to get popped or are you trying to get along? You're the one that chooses.
That just came on my algorithm this morning because I have no Bravo stuff on my TikTok algorithm. Purposely, I don't like Instagram. I don't mind it, but I like to keep my TikTok pure. But I saw you in your famous line.
Oh God, with a T-shirt of my own face. Yeah. What the fuck?
Wait, are we still giving them Lala?
You know, I'd like to stop at some point.
That's what you told me.
It feels a little juvenile, and it reminds me of a time in my life that I'm just no longer in.
Yeah, maybe it's like.
Oh, okay, Lala. Give them Lala. Feels a little juvenile. and it feels like a time in my life I'm no longer in. I think that makes sense. Am I saying that something Lala said made sense? I think that makes sense. Because it is juvenile. And that was a time when you were with Randall and you thought you were better than everybody. And you were dating, rich married men and bragging about it. Yeah, I think you could overhaul your brand. Is that a glimpse of accountability? I don't know if I can trust it. You guys, it is Lala. I've given her credit before and I've been disappointed.
They not like us. They not like us. They not like us.
But okay. I like it. I like that.
I don't think it's sophomoric, but I could see how you might feel that way.
Yeah. Tom Schwartz. I don't think it's sophomoric. As I play with my hair. Sir, you talked the most cash money shit about this woman, her blown up lips, her brand, her stop.
Yeah, when you I feel like I'm a butterfly who's finally come out of the cocoon and we got to switch it up, which I'm sure you can relate to that as well.
Truly, I can. I feel like I had a little metamorphosis myself after Schwartz and Sandy's.
Well, you've been through a lot.
It's in a better place
R.I.P.
now.
It's up there with dog. He had a lizard. Or what was it?
It was a
a reptile of some sort?
I can't,
named dog.
It starts with an X. It's a difficult
God,
word to
don't have
say.
a xylophone.
No.
We had a funeral for dog.
We did.
Season 8.
Oh, you were there, Lala.
Fuck you, Tom. Of course I was there.
We were about to
This
go on
was a hard time for him. He
It
lost
really
somebody.
was. We were about to go on a cast trip, I think, to Mexico.
Yep.
And I woke up and dog was dead. He wasn't moving. He wasn't responding. I poured water on him. I was freaking out.
I do like when Lala realizes she's not the main character. She's like, F you, Schwartz. He didn't remember because he didn't really like it like that. Also, that poor lizard. What happened? He had him for like a second. Stop laughing, white boy dreads.
I tried to revive him, but it was too little, too late.
What was Katie's response as you were trying to revive?
Don't bring up Katie. See, here's the problem. Why are you talking about Katie? Why are you asking questions? You're a dick to her. And here we go, Lala.
She's just like, I remember I was crying. I buried him in the backyard. And because I'm a lover and I'm a good parent. Like, you see how I take care of my dogs. I'm a good animal parent. You know what I mean? It's just, he was sick from the get-go.
How old was he?
He had just gotten him.
He was like a year old.
Yeah, but you had literally just.
Are they like goldfish though? Like you only got so much time, or
no? They can live like 20 years, I think.
No, they got.
White boy dreads knows nothing about nothing. Like literally nothing. He's like, what? Did they goldfish?
Got some life on him. He just came into the world sick.
Are we gonna do an episode on dog?
No, not a full episode. I think people will fast forward.
I remember
when we're all looking at our phones.
When we had a scene. We were at
the shelf is still too high. Brian, is that still triggering you?
The Mondrian Sky Bar.
Yeah.
Remember for his little wake?
Yeah, I remember.
Jeremiah was like, I think Vanderpump Rules has finally jumped the shark. He's like,
all right, we're gonna fast forward a little because this is so boring. There's just the giggle squad, but not because the giggle squad is actually entertaining.
Yeah, I do that often. I do that often where I beat myself up and look back.
Not enough, honestly, not enough.
I can go, you were so in your own emotions and healing process that you couldn't, for one moment, take a step back and say someone's in their healing process. And you demanded something from them that they quite literally were doing.
Yeah.
They were showing up. They were filming. And I think I needed this time to be able to sit back and say, you're bad again.
Wait, was she talking about season 11?
Was done after that. And then we made it to season 9 by the skin of our teeth.
I feel like we had a few good seasons left in us, and the further I get away, I know it was the right decision to end, but I feel like we had a couple more in us.
You know what? Don't even get me started on that, because how life works is something happens and you're okay with it and you make peace with it in the moment, and then time passes and you're like, I'm bored, I'm going to contemplate.
Yeah.
And then you start thinking, and I'm like, I feel like we had a little life left in us.
We did. Are you replaying season 11 in your head?
Yeah, I do that often. I do. Well, I do that often where I beat myself up and look back and go, you were so in your own emotions and healing process that you couldn't, for one moment, take a step back and say someone's in their healing process. And you demanded something from them that they quite literally were doing.
Yeah.
They were showing up. They were filming. And I think
this is so exhausting at this point. It's a little too late. You participated in the show being completely ruined by trying to push this false narrative that Ariana wasn't showing up and doing what she needed to do and taking up for Tom Sandoval. And you thought, well, we'll just get rid of Ariana, keep Tom on the show because she's freaking doing all these things and you were jealous. And then I'll just come back and at least I'll still have a job. I'll make more money. And then you found out, oh, guess what? No, that's not how it works. The whole show is going to go away. And so is this job. And now all of a sudden you're having this epiphany we all told you about. Like, oh my God, it's not like you're 25, lady. You're like 35. Everybody was telling you. And you were like, yeah, I show up. Bitch, I show up. And Ariana needs to show up. Okay, she's ruining the show when really you were ruining the show.
The finale episode of Vanderpump aired last night. Did anyone watch it? Did they show my purge?
I was unaware. I was supposed to be watching Vanderpump.
Don't worry, I didn't watch either.
Okay, okay. We will be watching though because yes, we'll
that's why I just asked. Do I have to watch this?
No.
Or can I just freeball it when we're talking about it?
No, because I'm not going to talk. I'm not addressing any VPR
Beautiful.
news
Don't wanna watch any
until
of-
third
so I
part of the reunion. And it's going to be very quick. You guys don't need to weigh in. I don't want questions. I'm going to say my piece. We're going to move on. And I never want to discuss season 11 again. And I hope by that time everyone gets their fucking rabies shots because they're foaming at the mouth. These fucking bitches in these streets on socials. I'm like, yo.
Amen, amen. We got
Make me tired.
What?
I said they make me tired. The rabies bitches.
Okay, so
I thought you're never going to talk about it again. All you've been doing is talking about Vanderpump Rules. And it'd be one thing if this was like the first time we've seen Lala go, oh, I regret it. But it's a pattern of behavior now for Lala to stand on business when she's dead ass wrong and be like, no. And just be so hard-headed to the detriment of not only herself but the viewers, the show, everything. I mean, this is a pattern of behavior. I don't buy this self-awareness.
These aren't mistakes anymore. These are pointed choices. This is a pattern. This is a personality. This is who the person is.
I mean, how did you not see that your friend Ariana was going through such a hard time and it's not about you? And Scandival blew up the show. And maybe season 11 was going to be about how to navigate that. So maybe you should have been there for your fucking friend and not so worried about your damn self and trying to police her behavior, her emotions, and how she shows up to work because she showed up more than you ever showed up.
They not like us. They not like us. They not like us.
I needed this time to be able to sit back and say, like,
yeah, you needed this time of unemployment to sit back and say, of not being on a TV show.
You know, you're bad again.
You're bad again. It's just one of those people who are just so frustrated. And they just keep making the same mistake over and over. And then they're like, oops, sorry. I burned down the house again. I really should throw away these matches. I really should just stop starting the house on fire, but eventually I'll get it. And then burns down the house again and goes, ugh. After burning down the house and having nowhere to live, I really realized that I'm the problem. And then you give them a chance and then they go burn down the house again. And they're like, oh, I probably shouldn't have burned down the house again because I, again, have nowhere to live.
You know?
I mean, I don't love the way it ended, but also in my mind, it's just, I was in San Francisco. I kind of felt like we were all family again, at least a little bit. I know there was still a riff, obviously. With
Schwartz in his cuckoo, fake, optimistic, revisionist history.
Ariana, but it felt like a kind of, we were one happy family again. In the wharf, and remember Brock was dancing in his gold suit.
Yeah, are you crazy? Are you crazy?
Yeah.
Life felt kind of good. But
yeah, and I made a vow to myself going into that finale. I was like, I will not pop off. Like, I'm chilling. I'm chilling. Like, I have everyone's brought it. And like, now let's just chill. And it did not. Every time I tell myself to chill is when shit goes left.
Things that come out of his mouth, if he were to pull that on me, like, I'd be catching a case. Like, I'm putting claws in you, dog. It gets my blood boiling just thinking about it.
Going into that finale, I was like, I will not.
Still catching a case. I'm not going to pop off. Girl, learn to regulate your emotions. You're the mother of two. Nobody wants to see a mom of 2 from Utah going, "You want to get popped, bitch?" Like nobody. We laugh at that. It's not. No, stop.
Not pop off. Like I'm chilling. I'm chilling. Like I have everyone's brought it, and like now let's just chill. And it did not. Every time I tell myself to chill is when shit goes left real fucking quick.
We were pretty chill, right?
You were.
Yeah,
You're always chill.
I phoned it in. I phoned in the last episode ever. I was just so happy to be there.
Really?
In the moment. I didn't film many scenes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was kind of checked out of society in a happiest way possible.
Is it weird to look back and be like, wow, it's been 2 years since I've been on TV?
It's insane. I can't.
That's the real issue. They're like, geez, I didn't think it'd be 2 years since I went on TV. Oh. Michael Darby gets me every time. But that's the real problem. They're like, oh, we thought we'd be on a TV show by now. Allegedly, Lala's doing Love Hotel, but we did not think it'd be 2 whole years of not being on TV. Oh, that's the real issue. That's where this self-awareness is coming from.
I believe we did 11 seasons.
I can't believe you guys did 11 seasons.
I got 11 more in me. Let's run it.
You do not. Sir, you do not. We're not going to watch you water your plants and gaslight ladies and treat your next wife like shit and crawl up the asses of every toxic man on the cast. We're not doing that.
Let's fucking run it. Is it weird adjusting to like life outside of that world? Or do you feel, I look at people like Brittany Stoss, who were not on TV for a significant amount of time, and they still remained very much relevant. In the world of like the Bravo universe and outside of it.
Yeah.
Do you feel like things have taken a turn where you don't really know what direction you're going, or do you feel at peace?
You feel that way. You can tell you feel that way. I was like, I haven't been on TV in 2 years. I think I'm getting a gig on Love Hotel season 2, but I don't know. Everything is pointless and I don't know what to do.
Andy, are you okay?
Oh, I'm fine. It's just that life is pointless and nothing matters, and I'm always tired. Also, I can't sleep. I'm overeating. None of my old hobbies interest me.
I feel at peace.
Yeah.
I still feel relevant.
Yeah, because you throw yourself on every show: Summer House, Winter House, Fall House, Spring House, Halloween House, Easter House, Flag Day House. Like he's everywhere, crawling up Jax's ass. I mean,
yeah, I'm in a good place. Ever since Schwartz and Sandy's closed, I feel like I got my life back. Someone told me Saturday I was in my healing era. Like,
I
you
love
got an aura
that.
going right now. You seem so much more at peace than the last time I saw you.
ooh, I wonder how Sandoval feels about that.
Because I felt like I was constantly floundering at Schwartz and Sandy's, just trying to keep the doors open, the bills paid.
Yeah, like when you go out, you can't even enjoy being out.
Or like every trip I would go on, I'm not going to cry about Schwartz and Sandy's. I'm at peace with that. But like, yeah, every trip I would be like, oh my God, how is this going to affect my bank account? Just not being there. And you show up and you do everything you can and still have to wire a ton of money at the end of the month to cover the bills. It's a horrible feeling.
These people are horrible business people. They're like the worst business people ever.
What was that conversation like when you decided to close the doors?
I think the day we decided to set a date, we all hopped on a phone call. We decided,
including Sandoval?
Yeah, all of us decided, and we hired we put together a game plan and a little team to close out. And then the next day I found out that Vanderpump Rules was coming back too. So it was like double whammy.
Double
Not double whammy. God, looks like you guys picked the wrong team. Doesn't that seem like that? Huh. You both hatched your little follower wagons to the Sandoval, and you're out of work. Interesting.
Whammy, but also if you want to look at like the silver lining, a paycheck that's no longer there to fund this bar.
Yeah, no, I learned a lot, but it almost broke me, but I'm still standing.
And we're very glad that you are.
Nobody cares.
And I'm self-conscious today because I feel boring.
You are boring.
By the way, no, we kicked this off so fun.
I didn't think it was very fun. I'll be honest with you, but I mean, I know it's subjective, but feel free to put in the comment. I didn't think it was very fun.
Sitting over here, just enjoying the conversation.
Why is that guy's hat not on his head? Why is White Boy Dread's hat so high on his head? Why is his hat sitting like this? I don't know what's going on.
You're not a boring person.
I just
like
feel
even
flat
when you feel fat?
Flat.
Oh, I was like, okay.
You feel fat? Oh my God, I hate fat.
Well, we're having body
We're going-
dysmorphia as
yes.
well.
I thought I was going through it.
You know, there.
Oh, what are you going through, white boy dreads? Getting carried by your sister, being on a podcast when you have nothing to say and knowledge, you have no knowledge.
Things that I'll see online about, you know, a lot of reality TV people, and it'll say, you know,
They didn't watch that stuff. They were too busy momming. Remember, Lala was like, I don't like that stuff. I don't see that stuff. I don't need that stuff. I don't want that stuff. We knew you were watching. We knew you were reading. We knew you were looking.
oh, so and so's not on this show anymore, and they're thirsty for a job. And I'm sitting here and I'm like,
the call's coming from inside the house.
Well,
I mean,
could you imagine the real world, right? You work for a company, paper company, let's just say.
Okay.
Paper company. What, you seen a couple seasons of The Office? You just think the rest of us who aren't on reality TV and cool like you just work for paper companies? Dunder Mifflin. Let's just say you work for Dunder Mifflin.
You're in the office.
Yes.
And
It's
it closes down. Would you ever in a million years be like, oh, did you hear Jan in marketing? Since we closed down, she's looking for another fucking job. What a loser.
I know, right?
Yes, we're looking for jobs.
It's a horrible analogy. Doesn't make any sense. And we're all now dumber having to listen to Lala compare her reality TV journey and sucking at that and having no self-awareness to a person who works at a company that closed that they had no control of.
Right. Refreshing way to frame it. Yeah.
What the fuck do you mean we're looking? Yes.
Yeah.
Watch. Next up, she's going to do comedy. She's going to do stand-up comedy.
I like being.
We're all looking for jobs.
Yeah.
The building.
Why can't you get a job, white boy dreads? What are your skills? What's your skill set, sir?
Ain't paying themselves, brother. I'm going to need someone to give me a fucking job.
Have your brother get a job. Learn a trade. Electricians make great money. Okay. I don't know if you're smart enough to be an electrician, but you could try.
Real though. I love podcasting.
How is the podcast going?
I love it.
I
It's so
love the
fun.
name of your podcast.
Thank you, guys.
What is
I don't like the name of the podcast. I forgot what it is. I know I don't like it. And I don't think Schwartz is a good podcaster.
the name? Tell us
It's
all.
Detox Retox.
It's so good.
Oh
It's
my
my
God.
quest for greatness, and I thought I'd bring the audience along for the ride too.
So what is it like? What's the structure of
Okay, so
the
each
pod?
week,
Okay.
we're nourishing we're detoxing 1 week, to nourish the mind, body, soul. You
Okay.
know, and then the next week we indulge a little bit. We're not going to feel bad about feeling good, but we're trying to make gains. Like I feel like I've been in a deficit the past 10 years. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Partying too much.
So I'm trying to get paid to binge, to binge drink, to binge substances. And then we're going to have a little detox retox. Has anyone listened to this podcast? This sounds very boring.
I've lost like my chi,
Okay.
my flow,
Yeah.
and I'm getting that back. I feel it too. I feel just more structured and regimented, but I'm still having fun. I'm still ripping Jello shots at the Bayou.
I
out of
saw with
syringes.
Jenna Willis and
Yes.
Zach Wickham.
Yes. Are you guys all cool? I love those guys.
Me and Jenna?
Yeah.
Well, Jenna's my
And Jack-
road dog. Like
And Zach too.
Zach.
Okay, we're going to get into the Zach thing. Hello, hype man husband, Chell RN. I packed his lunch. I trad wifed it. I keep telling him I'm trad wifing because I've packed his lunch twice and I've enjoyed it. Enjoy your lunchy poo.
I'm cool with him. He likes to beef with himself in the comments section.
Guys all cool?
Oh no, don't come for Zach. Because Zach is killing it over there on the Valley, even though the Valley is a sinking ship. But Zach is like the only redeeming thing right now about the Valley. So jelly, Lala.
I love those guys.
Me and Jenna?
Yeah.
Well, Jenna's my
And Jack-
road dog. Like
And Zach too.
Zach, I'm cool with him. He likes to beef with himself in the comments section about me.
He does?
Yeah.
Oh, he
All
always
good
says
though.
lovely things about you.
Really?
Yeah, I've never heard a bad word come out of his mouth in regards
Well,
to you.
in the public.
Lala, stop fighting with people. Stop creating drama. This chick cannot stop. She's like, because Zach was honest and said he didn't want you Vanderpump rejects on the Valley because we watched you bring down the Valley or bring down Vanderpump. So he's like, I don't want them to bring down the Valley. We don't need them and they don't need you. They need to get rid of Jax, but they definitely don't need you. You're going to get so mad about it.
That is news to us.
Really?
That
I've
is something
always,
only heard.
when I've been around him, had nothing but a gleeful time.
Yeah. He's been a champion for Tom because things haven't been great in West Hollywood, but I feel like it's kind of getting its pulse back a little bit.
Okay, ladies, let me put you on something that seriously.
Let me put you on joy. Okay. It removes all of your body hair and your brain cells. Use code Lala needs this paycheck to get 0.5% off.
Restrictions apply. All medical services are provided by independent third-party providers.
Because we talked about this on another podcast of why we think.
Well, I said that the city's been dead since COVID.
Yeah, it's never felt the same after COVID.
It hasn't. But then there were people in the DMs and comment section. They're like, hello, we can't afford to go out.
It's so expensive. Every tab I go, if I go to dinner with someone, it's minimum $200.
Yeah.
And we'll have a couple
Easily.
martinis, and like it's always $200 or $300.
Easily.
We don't even drink and we go out and it's still on rate.
Okay, so maybe don't have the martinis. Schwartzy. Look at Schwartz. He's like, he does not look happy to be there. Schwartzy fakes the funk so bad. He's like, yeah, I'm so happy. He's not happy. And then White Boy Dread says, we don't even drink. But do you ever pay? I want to know. I want to see the last tab that White Boy Dreads paid for. You know, you make your sister pay for everything, White Boy Dreads. And what pants is he wearing? Is he wearing snow pants? What is he wearing? Is he wearing parka pants? Is this a Utah thing? I just noticed his pants. I think he's wearing a jacket on his leggies.
Like outrageous, like without cocktails on the bill.
Yeah. I mean, the other night we ordered, I think it was like fast food, and I got out of it at like $86. And I was like, fuck yes.
Yeah.
I fed 3 people for less than $100, fucking winning.
I know, it's such a good feeling.
So
it feels
good.
like a little W. You got to celebrate your little wins. You know who's crushing it right now?
Who?
And I wish we could go there
McDonald's?
afterwards for a triple dipper. Chili's crushed it last quarter. They're up 31%, like because it's so affordable. The food's pretty dang good.
Oh, the food's epic.
I love Chili's. Chili's. Do you want to go
Chili's.
today?
We love Chili's.
Can we do an episode for my podcast at Chili's?
You
Yes.
want
Dude, his
that to be our retox?
Is that okay?
Or is that our detox?
Well, we're gonna go on a sober bender if you want to.
I think they just planned a date. But also, White Boy Dread's brother, or Lala's brother, White Boy Dreads, his pants. What is he trying to be like, Mace? Circa 1999? What's going on over here?
Join us, Easton.
If I'm invited,
Yes.
I am there.
That's a
But
reoccurring segment.
Chili's?
Yeah, Chili's. I love Chili's. Unironically
Oh, it's summertime. Those aren't summer pants.
love Chili's.
Do you go to the one in Encino? Or are you more of a Postmater?
I usually
Are you guys trying to get a sponsorship from Chili's? I'm going to fast forward a little.
That's it. Is that bad? I swear we had spent like 20 grand.
A waste of someone's time and energy. So we do Instacart, and it's
I pick what I need. If I'm at the grocery store, look at it.
so there's delivery charges. And don't.
And you got your ass spread or whatever, and like you don't make any. It would be so
No.
depressing
Can
if
I
people
tell you what
didn't
I would do?
You're on
subscribe.
OnlyFans for $7.
No. Yeah, right, but it adds up. What I would do is, so I have supermodel toes.
How long until Lala's on OnlyFans? And how long till White Boy Dreads is on OnlyFans?
They're very long. I would play with different kinds of sausages with my feet.
Okay,
I fucking hate
You're
that.
niching down. I like this. I'm in.
So then if I don't make any money, it's like, well, no shit, you didn't make any money. Look at what you were doing. And then if you did make a ton of money, you're like, holy shit, this is genius. There's no downside.
I like that you have a vision. Have you guys? I've discussed it.
Everyone has the foot vision because you don't got to show your face. It's not a novel idea. She heard someone else say it. She thought it was funny. She probably heard it on Heather McDonald. She's just regurgitating it, thinking she's a comedian.
No, this is the first time
I've
I've
never
ever
discussed
heard.
my OnlyFans with my brother.
Is Ethan gonna have to shoot?
We've seen you discuss some interesting things with your brother.
By the way, I kept Easton off of the Britney episode thinking we were going to talk about sex. We didn't talk one thing about sex.
And
Now
now
here
here
he
we
is. What the fuck?
I didn't know you had like. Do you have a foot fetish type of thing, or you just have great?
She's
feet?
got a money
No,
fetish.
I don't have great feet. I just like.
Her brother just said she has a money fetish. Your brother just called you a gold digger. He said she has a money fetish.
What the fuck?
I didn't know you had like. Do you have a foot fetish type of thing, or you just have great?
She's
feet?
got a money
No,
fetish.
I don't have.
Don't hate too hard, Easton, because she's paying them bills. She's got a money fetish. Oh, damn, Easty, but you're benefiting from it. You little prostitute. You little prostitute, Easton.
Great. I don't have great feet. I just like to look at the world and go, there's a lot of suckers out there. So if I really, hit on hard times, need to pay the bills,
I mean,
need to send Ocean to private.
Oh, we know. Lala knows there's a lot of suckers out there. That's Lala's love life.
School.
If I were a
There's
woman
always-
and I hit hard times, I think I'm selling my used panties.
Did he just say panties? White boy dreads. You're gonna have to enroll in the nearest community college. Look at even Schwartz is like, Lala, are you afraid to just talk on a podcast by yourself that you're willing to like? You need this? Gag me with a meth pipe. That was fucking yuck.
That's disgusting.
There's always farts in a jar.
90 Day Fiance already has farts in a jar on lockdown. You guys are hacks, man.
Not kidding you. There are some disgusting men out there.
You guys,
like you.
Because I'm gonna vomit, and I don't know how it took this turn.
I know I talk about sex with my brother, and then the brother's like, I would sell my panties. You should sell your panties.
I think in Japan, I think they have vending machines where you can get women's used underwear.
I'm just.
Oh, okay.
You guys, I promise, I will vouch for it. I will reimburse you for your trip if you don't like it.
Wow, what kind of money are you making?
He's just really hoping
I'm
we
trying
like
to go
it.
lie flat,
No.
5-star hotel.
I did. Okay, let's just get into it. I did fly. I flied economy plus because I didn't want to. It was like I think it was
Where
like
you
5.
sit up straight?
The seats were decent. They went halfway down. I didn't want to drop like 6 racks.
Does this podcast get good? I'm fast forwarding. I don't want to hear about his travels, but if you want to, you can go to Lala's podcast.
Easy.
We don't see each other a ton, but I consider you.
Where I would choose as my baby daddy or my kid department. You can't pop anything.
Oh, you got kids.
You gotta be alert. Again, I'm done with this.
No, she loves
I want to
to make it-
lay down. Flight.
Papa Benadryl.
And then kid department.
They're so adorable.
By the way, I did the Kelly Stafford podcast.
Yeah.
And they asked me what Vanderpump cast member I would choose as my baby daddy or my sperm donor, and I
Schwartz.
said you.
Dude, I caught you naked in the bed the day you went to fucking rehab.
Lala is the antithesis of like a girl's girl, of like a woman supporting women. She was such good friends with Katie for so long. Then she shit on Katie, and now she's wholly out here lusting after Katie's ex-husband, thinking it's cute to be like, you would be my baby daddy.
We do not care.
Next, she's gonna go on a date with Jax. I mean,
And I was like, I don't feel like he'd give me a hard time.
I'm so easy, Lala.
You're so
I
easy.
Can tell. We don't see each other a ton, but I consider you one of my best friends.
I have a very soft spot in my heart for you, and I consider you a
why? Why do you hate Katie? I have a very soft spot in my vagina for you. I consider you one of my best clitoral friends. Why? How? When? Where? How? What? I should who? What? Huh?
dear friend.
I love you.
I love you too.
I could not see either of you for 5 years, and we would just pick right back up where we left off.
But you know, white boy dreads who just picked his nose. Why you love him? You don't even know him.
I have a very soft spot in my heart for you, and I consider you a dear friend.
I love you.
I love you too.
It's like I could not see either of you for 5 years, and we would just pick right back up.
Well, we know that white boy dreads would pick right back up in his nose for a boogie. Dude's literally picking his nose. You're like, I love him. I love him. He's my best friend. I love him. Fucking gross. Oh my god.
Gag me with a spoon.
Gag me with a spoon. Gag me with a meth pipe. I love you. I love you. I love you. White boy dreads is like, yeah. He's really getting up there. He's really digging for gold. He's got to find something. He's got to pay that car payment. You know? He's got a Kia, and it ain't paying for itself.
Where we left off.
But don't you feel like those are called evolved friendships? Because as you get older, it is natural for people to start businesses, get married, have children. If you base your friendship on seeing someone every day or talking to them every day, that, like, I'm not going to be a good friend to you because there's going to be multiple occasions where I don't text you back. I'm not going to see you for long periods of time. You have to be able to pick up where you left off.
Yeah.
Well, it's like you have to do all the work in the friendship because I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to show up for you. I'm always going to have things that I think should be recognized more than you. I'm going to be jealous of you. I'm not going to cheer for you unless I can monetize it. I'm not going to have your back unless I can monetize it. And then if you get more popular than me, I'm going to resent you and try to take you down. And if I don't talk to you, I mean, you're just going to have to deal with it because I am so busy kissing Tom Schwartz ass.
I'm loyal, but I manage my expectations. Like, I don't expect anything from anybody, really. I mean, if you cancel on me, I'm okay with that too. Maybe not like the moment of, but I never get mad at my friends for like backing out of plans or saying they're tired or they want to stay in. I'm like, you do you, boo.
Do you feel like you get walked on because you're so chill sometimes?
No. I have healthy boundaries now.
Really?
I've learned to say no.
That's what I'm working on right now.
Healthy boundaries?
Yeah, and like saying no even when I don't want to, because that's what will stem anxiety. Like,
no, you need to say yes to a job. You need to say yes to some stable income. You need to say yes to some responsibility. You need to say yes to a haircut, and you need to say yes to new pants. This should be your year of yes, not your year of no. White boy dreads.
if I don't want to do something, but like I'm the type of person where saying no is harder than whatever I'm about to do.
Yeah.
So I rather deal with my anxiety in doing that than like the hardness, like I said, of like no.
Right. I usually put things off. I'm like,
he's like, I need to start saying no to my sister. She's like, bring me some toilet paper. Pick up my clothes. No.
I don't want to do that, but I'll commit now to save me from having to be uncomfortable right now. And I'll just be uncomfortable later when I cancel.
Yeah. I will never be upset if you guys cancel on me.
That's good because I'll do it.
But I do want to hang this weekend.
It's because he doesn't want to hang out with you.
Probably do want to go to Chili's.
We will always go to Chili's with you.
Why can't we?
It's
Can I
actually
make a plan?
embarrassing how much we go.
Can I make a plan for this weekend? And I'm serious. We should have Chili's at the house.
I'll go with my bum eye.
Are we going to Chili's or are we doing a Chili's pool day?
Sir, you need to do a job day. You need to do a resume day. Easton. You do a pool day? Oh my God. Who has an easier life than White Boy Dreads? Are we doing this? Are you paying? That's what I would ask Easton. Are you going to pay? Are you paying for us and our Chili's? Chili's baby back ribs. White Boy Dreads needs to pay. Pull out your card. He's like, he's the type of guy. He's like, I don't have a checking account.
We can do whatever Schwartzy wants.
I want to try this triple dipper. It's a lot of hype.
There's a lot of hype on the triple dipper.
The triple dipper has this man in a frenzy.
Yeah.
What is it?
It's like,
is there cheese
mozzarella
involved?
sticks?
Okay, I'm done. Yep. I'll
wings. What else?
They're all going to get tummy aches. It's going to be a diarrhea party.
Wait, I'm losing
Some
the
queso
audience.
dip?
Something like that.
You know, I love me some.
You lost the audience a long time ago. This is so boring.
Queso dip.
I get puffy. I get puffy immediately now.
Oh, I wake up looking like my eyes are glued shut.
Yeah.
But it's worth it.
And we were on like a sushi kick for a minute. And that's when I was.
Yeah, my Ocean loves sushi. So it's something that we eat on the regular. And I was worried she was going to have mercury poisoning. I was like, we cannot have it one more day.
Ocean likes sushi?
Yes.
That's so cute.
She wants salmon sashimi with edamame.
Sophisticated palate.
You would, yeah. You know, I raise sophisticated palates. That is for sure.
Postpartum does a number on your body. And
episode, I was talking about how I think it's probably my biggest insecurity in life, just not having a family.
How old are you?
42. I want kids so bad, but I don't want to rush it.
White Boy Dreads is putting his boogers in his dreads.
I've seen disastrous consequences.
You do not want kids. You do not want responsibility. You do not know how to be a partner to someone. Stop it, Schwartz.
People who rush it or just, pick somebody and
rush it. You're 42.
It doesn't work out. All of a sudden, there's a long, drawn out custody battle.
Have you ever thought about doing it by yourself?
That's the other thing. Do you want kids or do you want a family? Because there's a big difference. And not that I don't have a family.
I'm sorry, what? Do you want kids or do you want a family? Huh? How long until Lala starts being a mommy vlogger?
Family. I have a family. But a lot of people say I couldn't do it on my own because I want a partner to create my family unit with. Is that what you crave?
I want a family.
Yeah.
I feel like you wear that hat well though, as a single mom.
Yeah, single mom.
You do it so well.
Single.
And so effortlessly. I know it's a lot of work, but you make it look effortless.
Well, thank you, Schwartzy.
And I know you're a great mom.
Thank you.
Yeah. You don't want kids?
Yeah, you would. I think you would make like a really sweet,
No, you
fun
really
dad.
would. Like even, I mean, yeah. you want the wife, but that's me right now. Is like I really want kids, and I feel like I could.
No, get a job. No, you cannot be wearing parka pants, white boy dreads, with no job. Talk about pool parties and Chili's is your only responsibility. And you're like, I want kids.
Just do it by myself. So the
whole family's gonna do it by themselves. Cool. Okay.
Seeing you, I feel like that's the reason
Do you
why.
imagine the household if Easton just went out and got an egg donor? Do you imagine?
I mean, it's a
what
daycare.
has this family been through to make them so
Just kid
anti-relationship?
We just want kids.
Is it hard to date?
No, it's one thing. I've always been really lucky with relationships my whole life. Every girl I've ever dated is fucking fabulous. I've
Yeah.
been so lucky. I feel like I've hit the lottery like 5 times.
Even Joe Wenberg. She's gonna hear this now, Schwartz, and she's gonna be all over it. So you better be really careful. And Lala, you better follow up with the Joe Wenberg question. He said every girl has been fabulous, even Joe. Then why are you ever blocked?
Where are you meeting these women? Are you on dating apps or are you organic?
God, no, I hate dating apps. I had Hinge for like 1 week after
A lot of people are meeting their mate on Hinge right now.
I mean,
it's like the new
no,
one.
I've never had a dating profile, a dating app, and it's usually been organic or like Instagram or something, but it's to the point where like I think that's the new move. Like that's even where you find like friends. I've known people who were like, yeah, we went on a date and we like it wasn't like that, but now we're really good friends and like they hang out with
I
each
feel like
other's
that's
friends.
not the norm though.
Luke and Kristen met on a dating app, right?
What?
I think
No.
Oh,
They
they
didn't.
did?
They met at a wedding. Tell me the last person that how long ago was it that you dated? The last person that you dated, how long ago was it?
Let's see. I mean, I guess we never formally dated, but I love her madly and still do. She's one of my best friends. But we're not dating. This is not a Schwartzy commitment thing. It's just she didn't want to really take it there, but we're still really good friends. So I mean, we still hang out a lot, but I guess technically I'm single, but I'm not advertising it. I'm just laying low.
So you're not looking to date right now?
I mean, not right now.
I get that.
Yeah.
But if something were to present itself, you're not against it.
He's trying to set up Lala. He's trying to do a layup with his sister. Like if my sister were to present herself right now, what do you think? And who is this woman? If you want to be on reality TV and all this stuff, and then you want to be so secretive, who are you talking about? As White Boy Dread's like, if my sister presented herself to you, what would you do?
I guess I'm not looking.
Uh-oh, they are going to take him. He's going to be taken. This family, the Kent family, is going to lock Schwartz in the basement and turn him into a baby maker. He's going to have to make a baby with Easton. He's going to make a baby with Lala, Lala's mom. Oh, run, Schwartz, run. Oh, I'm worried.
For love. I feel like
You know, I
it'll
hate when
find you.
people say when you're not looking is when it finds you. It's like, well, I'm not looking and it ain't finding me. So that's absolutely untrue.
Well, maybe you got to look in the mirror.
Maybe I need
Easton is White Boy Dreads is a hater.
to leave the room, leave the one room that I stay in. But I think that is when you say I'm not looking for it, when you go out, there's something that happens subconsciously where there's a block up that's going to make chicks not want to approach you because it is something that I feel is an energy when you go out, right?
Totally. Yes.
And that's why I was wondering if it's hard for you to date, because for me, if I go out and the type of dude that I'm interested in, he's not going to know who the fuck I am, what I do. He's most likely never heard of Bravo or Vanderpump Rules.
These are green flags? Or
Like Randall? Because Randall definitely did hear about it and watched the show and liked it. Those are the dudes we know you to date.
No, that's the guy she's
The no-neckers who are fake producers. I have money issues like Randall.
Not green. No, it's just most dudes that I would be into they're not in this world.
Like rich men with money who produce movies and shows with other people's money? What?
Now, for you, a dude on Bravo, which is primarily females watching, do you ever wonder what the intention is? Like, they most likely know exactly who you are or know of you.
I'm so lucky. This is people are gonna be rolling their eyes, but I'm so
I'm rolling my eyes, and my stomach's rolling too.
lucky. It just happens so effortlessly with me. I always
With Joe Schwartz, don't pretend. I love how he's pretending. He's had like all these good experiences when he's literally had a relationship he brought on the show with Joe Wenberg and had to almost get a restraining order on her, block her on all social media, and she continues to make posts and talk about him in interviews and, you know, do little videos with love songs of the two of them, and contacted his family allegedly. Tell us about that. That's what we want to know about.
always been lucky with women. I don't know. I
It's not like a James Kennedy situation where every girlfriend has been a fan of the show.
No. I don't think I've.
Was that a shot at Allie? Lala, you are messy and dirty and mean. Was that a shot at Allie? Allie, who went through so much with James Kennedy? Not like James Kennedy, all of his girlfriends have been a fan of the show. Pretty sure you were a fan of the show, girl. That is like, don't talk about Allie. She's moving on. See, this is why this is where Lala is a woman hater. She hates women. She does not like women. She is one of those ladies that's like, I just get along with guys better. I'm not like a regular girl. I'm a pick-me girl. I'm cool. She pretends to be like a girl's girl when she can monetize it, but she hates women. She is such a hater. She can't even, I don't think she can help herself at this point because it's so ingrained in her. The internalized misogyny is real in this chick. She fucking hates us.
I've ever dated a fangirl.
Wow.
I was always in a relationship the whole time on TV. You know, me and Katie got divorced.
I mean, you've dated a fangirl, Joe Wenberg.
In 2022, right?
Yeah.
So I was always in a relationship.
And then I feel like the girls who dressed you for the reunion.
Lala's a Jen McCabe. Lala is a Jen McCabe. She's like I'm like a normal mom.
It was, correct me if I'm wrong, it was kind of a deal breaker that you were on that show because it brought a lot of unwanted attention to her.
I mean, listen, she's fiercely independent, but yeah, she didn't love getting like reduced to Tom Schwartz's girlfriend. It wasn't a dig at me, but like she just got on the scene, you know. By the way, she's crushing it. Shout out to Shop Sosco. That's her business. She's a vintage.
It's a vintage, see?
She has like probably the best collection and the best style of any person I've ever met in my life.
Wow.
She's crushing it right now. So shout out to her shop. It's in her apartment.
Wow.
She's getting a new showroom, but yeah, she's crushing it.
Nope.
I would like to look that up.
Lala's that type of chick. She will stab you in the back first chance she gets. She'll act like she's your bestie. You tell her your secrets. You really trust her. And then the first chance she gets that things don't go her way, or she just wants to throw you under the bus where it'll benefit her, she will. She will shit on you. She fakes the funk so hard. Yeah, I wouldn't trust her with my coffee order either. She would spit in it.
That's where I got these, baby. Yeah, no, Pantaloons.
Wait, where did you get those?
It's in her apartment.
Wow.
She's getting a new showroom, but yeah, she's crushing it.
I would like to look that up.
Vintage clothing.
That's where I got these, baby.
He loves vintage clothing. That's where he got those. Though that's not vintage. That was from the garbage. He literally grabbed those out of the dumpster diving, which is fine. That's the whole thing. I told you he stole Mace's pants from 1999. I told you.
Yeah, no, Pantaloons, baby. Some parachutes
look fly as hell, by the way.
Okay, Dad. That's enough of that. Fly as hell.
Can we talk about your looks
Houston
right
looks
now?
cool. I'm just surviving the day.
You guys compliment each other nicely.
I know. What's it called?
That's really nice of you.
I walked in the house and my mom goes,
Schwartz is like, don't set me up with Lala. Schwartz is trying to set up Lala and her brother at this point. You guys look nice together. Oh my God. Right? Evelyn, Lala is jealous. She's too jealous to be a good friend. She's too jealous and self-absorbed to be a good friend. We've seen it time and time again. She fights with all of her friends. And she's like, why do I fight with all my friends? And how come I'm not there for any of my friends' pregnancies? And why do I hate on all these women, but are very forgiving of the men? But I claim to be this like all-powerful feminist badass. Huh. Weird.
she's in brown too. I went, well, shit.
This is a good color for you, Lala.
Brown, well, chocolate brown is good for everybody.
Yeah, you're looking
So what I love about olive green and chocolate brown is that no matter the skin tone, eye color, it looks good.
I will disagree with you. You look very good in that color. I don't think a lot of people look good in brown. Travis.
So now we have to take fashion and beauty and looks advice from white boy dreads, nose picker leeching off his sister with parachute pants he found in the trash.
Scott, yeah, Travis Scott, when his brown started coming out with Cactus Jack, so many people were wearing brown and not a lot of people look great.
That's very interesting. I guess it's the right shade of brown. When you go into filming a show, do you have a stylist, or are you just like, does someone hand pick your slides out for you?
Katie is the most stylish, and Ariana's looks on Love Island are just, oh my God, Ariana's like beaded mermaid dress that she had on these last couple episodes for Casa Amor, so great. But Katie's fashion is so good. Not these two.
They're going to be so mad. I do have stylists. Shout out to the Solomon sisters. And they hate these dingy, dusty black Vans. I just slide them on. They're so easy to put on, but they hate these.
Are they velvet?
Yeah, I'm sorry, you guys.
What's so crazy is like, I didn't say anything, but when I walked in, like I loved, same thing, but I like the velvet. I like just like a thin shoe that
I don't know. They're
it
like,
looks like you're not wearing anything.
It's almost like, wow, it's a dress shoe. No, it's not. It's a Van.
Yeah.
They're slipper.
White boy dreads, calm your boner. Looks like you're not wearing anything. I love Schwartz's naked feet. Can we sell Schwartz's naked feet so I don't have to get a job?
Stanza, drape me in velvet.
Yes.
That's all I want.
Loving this.
Drop half your $1 million at $6.
Oh, wait. This is. I feel like a peeping Tom when I when I watch shows that my friends are on, like Summer House. I feel like I'm spying on them or learning things about my friends I shouldn't know. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like a little too close for comfort.
Yeah,
right?
it feels like a violation almost.
Yeah.
Lala does not watch any of her friends' shows. Not because it's a violation, it's because she's jealous. She doesn't support them. She's like, I've never heard of that. What? Love Island? Is that a show? Yeah, it's just like the most popular show. Oh, Ariana hosts. I don't have time. I'm such a mom doing all these things. I'm selling quinceañera stuff. I don't have time for that. I don't.
I'm like, you don't watch me and I won't watch you. Deal?
That's the deal.
Okay, yeah.
It was really, really nice seeing you on TV.
Thanks, Lala.
That's
It felt like a little piece of home.
That's what I told. It was on the bonus episode, and I was watching funny clips on TikTok, and it was you and Jax, but it was mostly you, and it was funny moments, and that's where I was watching it. I was like, there's just something about Schwartz that I just need on my TV.
Lightens the mood a bit.
Yes, and I feel like the Valley, God damn,
Needed
needs
it.
this right. It just needs this man to my left.
But you also made an appearance on Summer House this season.
I did. It was really nice. I was like one of the best little reprieves getting to go out there to the Hamptons. I love that crew. And I was very sentimental about it because I see their energy. I see them. They have what we had. They have magic together.
Yeah.
And yes, they drive each other crazy and they fight and they bicker, but there's an undercurrent, an overcurrent of love and respect. And they're like one big, happy, dysfunctional family. I miss that. We used to have that. Like pre-pandemic, we had that. Remember?
I do remember.
Yeah.
I remember it very well, and it still will always have a special place in my heart that time in my life.
Me too.
I really think that you may be a good match with Lexi Wood.
Lexi?
Yeah.
That's probably the person I know the least. I don't know anything.
Are you kidding me, Lala? Leave Lexi alone. Lexi does not need another man child. All right. She is young. Oh my God. Are you kidding me? No.
Well, she's new.
Oh.
She's new to the Bravo universe, but you know who she is, right?
Yeah, I met her. She was
Trying to pimp her out. He needs someone age appropriate. Actually, he needs no one until he fixes himself. But no, leave the fetus ladies alone.
In the house when I was staying there.
Beautiful. She has a pretty hefty resume of A-list celebrities.
She dated Drake.
Yeah, Drake.
That's a flex.
Freaking Victoria Beckham's son.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, she's got.
Yeah, but Lala dated Randall Emmett. Pretty fancy.
She's got a roster.
And she's
roster. Shut up.
Stunning. I think that you guys would be like a really cute match.
No, boo. Tomato, no. Girl.
How's your roster, Lala?
Empty. It's empty as fuck.
She's still looking for a paper and pen.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. I have this eye situation happening, right? I washed my hair last night and was just so into taking care of myself. I put the kids in bed and I was like, I'm going to wash my hair. And not only am I going to wash it, I'm going to do a scalp situation, a fucking hair mask. I get out of the shower. I'm looking at myself. Easton, cover your ears. I'm getting gray hair. I've got tits that have now breastfed 2 babies. And I have a bum eye. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Haven't been injected since season 10.
But Botox?
Botox, filler. Everyone's like, stop touching your face. I was like, I need to touch my face because it hasn't been touched in a while.
You look good right now. You look you look naturally beautiful.
I love you, but respectfully fuck off.
You look hot. I think you actually look the hottest you've ever looked. Respectfully.
I needed to hear that because I also have postpartum shedding that's happening. And thank God for Nutrafol or I'd be fucking bald. But I'm like, something needs to change. It's just enough already. So no, my roster is empty and I have no plan to get it. And by the way, every time I even think about going on a date, something happens to where I actually have to cancel.
Some sort of divine intervention.
Yes, it's like I'm going to go out with this guy. My daughter is so sick and needing to be taken to the emergency room. Have to cancel. I'm going to go do this. Bum eye. I'm going to do it is always something that is so out of my control.
Are you actively seeking love right now?
Yes, fishing, Janine. Yes. Hamburger Patty says Drake, Brooklyn Beckham, Tom Schwartz. Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
No,
Are you open to love?
Yes, I'm more open than I have been in the past.
Oh God, this is just inviting him on. She must be ovulating.
I'm very much in this, but that's the other thing is I'm still going back and forth on a third kid. So then it's another element of if I am open to it, I meet someone and say if you want children, and you want them to be yours, I can't give that to you. You also have to be comfortable with the fact if you and I completely hit it off and I one day say I want a third baby, I'm going to be getting pregnant and it's not going to be with you. So I think I make it difficult for myself to date.
Yeah. You need a man.
Yeah.
Who's got his shit together.
Yeah.
An emotionally mature, confident, successful man. Who's not afraid to co-parent with you. And yeah.
That's exactly what it is. And they have to want kids because if you don't want kids,
you already got 2.
Then you're not going to be a good fit because I have 2 kids.
That's a recipe for disaster.
Right.
Yeah.
So you either have to have kids or be okay with not having your own kids. You just want to participate in children.
Yeah,
if
I want
that
to
makes
participate
sense.
in children.
Well, come on over. I'd love to punch them off to you. Have you seen Sosa?
Yeah.
Oh, she's fucking gorgeous.
She's a dream.
She's
Because
a-
so is Ocean. They're
Okay, well, yeah, like what are we doing? Have you seen Sosa? She's gorgeous. But you have 2 kids now.
both the dream.
Ocean has a really fucking cool look. Like she's got this like olive skin. Want to participate in children.
Yeah, I
if
want to
that makes
participate
sense.
in children.
Well, come on over. I'd love to punch them off to you. Have you seen Sosa?
Yeah.
Oh, she's fucking gorgeous.
Okay, so the newest daughter, the baby. Have you seen Sosa? She's fucking gorgeous. Now listen to what she says about Ocean.
She's a dream. Because so is Ocean. They're both
And then Schwartz has to be like, so is Ocean. Ocean's beautiful.
both the dream.
Ocean has a really fucking cool look. Like she's got
Ocean is a really fucking cool look. It's interesting to say after you say your one child is gorgeous.
this like olive skin, these like this like light hair. She's like a surfer chick. She's such boy energy. Like the other day I walked in and I gave her gum and she locked herself in.
I hope she's not doing that and telling the one, you're so gorgeous. And then telling the other one, you have such a cool look. You're like a boy.
The room and I was like, are
Where's
you
that
going
gum?
number 2? Open this door. She has attempted to spell her name with the gum on the wall.
I think that was a little weird. That was a little weird.
She's an artiste.
Yeah.
She's an
Boy
artist.
energy.
And when I lose my
Because
mind on
her,
She doesn't care.
boy energy is fucking cool. The girl energy is just like, it's either you're gorgeous and that's it, or you're a girl with boy energy, which is fucking cool.
She doesn't give one fuck.
I want some gum art. That's very avant-garde.
I'll have her make you a piece.
Can you make me some gum art?
I'm sure she would love to.
I'm gonna come hang out with you guys this week. Well, I might go to San Diego. Actually, we'll see.
What are you gonna do in San Diego? I've been wanting to go to the zoo there.
Oh, you guys.
I'm pretty anti-zoo,
Inviting yourself with Schwartz, Lala.
but I would go to the San Diego zoo.
You gotta romance your life a little bit. You gotta hop on the train. It's so lovely. You take it down to San Diego.
Yeah.
Stay somewhere in the Gaslamp District, or maybe on the beach. Fabulous 5-star hotel.
Yeah.
Whatever. But it's such a good vibe. I love the food. If you're a bit of a foodie.
I am a foodie.
San Diego's
I would
the
say I'm a
shit.
foodie. Who are you going with?
Well, I think like Luke and
Right.
Kristen and a few other people are going down there, and they're like,
How
"You want to roll?" I was
fun.
like, "I might hop on the train and meet you guys there."
That's really
sounds
cute
way
and fun.
Have you ever taken a train before?
No, it's been in our it's been in the plans though. We want to do like the coastline.
I've taken a train.
Oh, you
I've
have.
taken a train. I've taken a.
Okay, nobody cares. Honestly, you guys, I don't think I can make it through the rest of this.
Any time and money, my whole heart and soul. I put everything I had in that place, and it didn't work out. But that was
It's a good learning experience for your next one.
Don't
Would-
open a
would
bar.
you-
That's my advice for
No, but
everyone
would you
listeners.
ever open another bar?
As a consultant,
Just gonna speed it up. But yeah, that was weird the way she was talking about both of her daughters' looks and the difference in the way she talks about it. And also her whole cool boy energy thing just like screams internalized misogyny.
I wouldn't put my own money, but like I know, yeah,
How is Jax doing? He still lives next door to you?
he does.
He's doing horrible. You know he's doing horrible. You're on the after show with Brittany. You talk to Brittany. You know he's doing horrible.
He's such a good neighbor. I know
Really?
he's going through it, man, and he's
He's not going through it. He's done everything himself. Nothing happened to him. He did it. Like Ariana said to Tom Sandoval.
he's responsible for all the stuff that's happening. But I think he's handling it pretty well. He's sober now.
Yeah,
No
that's
drugs,
what
no alcohol, not even a sip.
Yeah.
For like 120 days.
That's amazing.
He's such a good neighbor. He's so quiet. I never hear a peep out of him.
Wow.
Yeah, he's really quiet.
Because he's like murdering people in his apartment. He's like a fucking American Psycho over there. He's like Ted Bundying his way through, Jeffrey Dahmering. Someone go in there.
So now that you're dealing with kind of like Jax on the receiving end of a lot of people watching a show and having a very strong reaction to him, what would you say is the biggest difference now when dealing with him versus when you were dealing with the Sandoval situation?
Well, I have boundaries now.
Okay.
And I don't have a
Such great boundaries. You let him. You didn't say, hey, maybe moving next to me. That's a little too much.
$1 million business with
Maybe I don't need to hold your hand on Watch What Happens Live.
our name on the side together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's only a matter of time before Schwartz goes into a business with Jackson and fails.
It's like a lightning rod. So my piece is protected.
Mm.
You know what I mean? So I don't know. I just don't want, so maybe his worst moment to define him,
Mhm.
I want to see him win. Just, I don't know. He's a father now. I want to see him get it together and sort of get his.
Is he a father now? Because you have to actually be a father to be a father. You got to actually do the things. You got to take care of the kid. You got to pay the child support. You got to go to the doctor's appointments. You got to be invested in your child. Not get Botox and hang out with your bros and bang chicks with anime tits.
Friendship back with Brittany where it needs to be. I don't think she's ready for that, but
No, but I think if he were to,
He has a long road to repair, but
well, because he's given her false hope and false promises
Yeah.
so many times that she now has a wall up. But I think if he got to a good place and showed consistency, we both know Brittany. She has such a loving and forgiving heart that I know for a fact they could have a beautiful co-parenting relationship.
And I think they'll get there. It might take a few years, but I think they'll get there.
Well, what's a few years in the grand scheme of life?
Yeah, you know,
truly.
You look at it at like from Cruzy standpoint in 4, you know, by the time he's 5, 6, like that's, you guys are now co-parenting healthy. He wouldn't even remember, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
Like that's a great, I mean, this is the.
Oh, he'll remember. Unfortunately, children remember. These are very pivotal years for a child in their development. Jax has done irreparable damage. Jax is a horrible person.
Time to start. But it's good Jax is on
I haven't mentioned that already today.
that path and doing what he's doing.
No, it's excellent. Do you still talk to Sandoval?
It's funny. I committed. I don't see Tom that much. He's always with his girlfriend Victoria. He's so madly in love.
Have they gotten more normal?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
that's
They
good.
put a lot of
Have they gotten more normal? She's
work in the
question. What does more normal mean?
Well, just I think
I might be lost.
when and this is I think with anybody, when you're
Oh, Lala, Vicky is coming for you. Vicky, tune in.
In such toxicity all the time, you almost become addicted to that type. You don't know how to. I talked about it with Brittany. I feel more comfortable with dudes who put me in a combative situation and arguing than a dude who's like, I'd love to take you to dinner and have a normal conversation because I don't know how to do that with someone. But I can go toes and I can check you. That I'm very comfortable doing.
That's your
In
wheelhouse.
fact, that's a love language. I think we should get married tomorrow. This seems like a really healthy and happy space for me. So I think with Sandoval, he was maybe, he went from like Kristen. I think Ariana was very much normal for him, but he wasn't normal for her. I don't think. This is just me making a snap judgment from afar.
No, snap.
Yeah, because you've pushed her away and you were a shitty friend to her, but you still have all these opinions about her and you're still talking about her, and Ariana like literally never talks about you. Neither does Katie. But now you've discussed both of them and used them for content.
Way.
But I think sometimes you get addicted to that type of like that
Making
type
up just
of
to break up.
chaos.
Yeah. No, it's like
Like a dopamine hit every time you fucking get into it and then you get to make up.
I think listen, I don't want to speculate, but I know they've done a good amount of couples therapy and stuff. So I think they're in a good place. I
That
don't see
makes me
Tom that
happy.
much, but I must have agreed to this when I was drunk at his last concert because he was doing a show in Minnesota and I wanted to go home and hang out with my family, some of my extended family because most of my family's in Florida. But I guess drunkenly said, yeah, I'll go on tour with you. So I guess I'm going on like a little mini Midwest tour. I don't even remember agreeing to this.
That's what I love about Schwartz. He's like, I don't remember agreeing,
But
but,
I'm going.
but we're going.
Hey, it'll be
That is
fun.
commitment. If there
That's not commitment. That's called a drinking problem. Promising things that you don't remember because you were wasted.
there's one thing I admire many things about you, but one of the biggest is when you commit, you honor your commitment.
I do. I'm usually a man of my word.
And
What about his marriage to Katie? What about putting her above everybody else? Till death do us part. Sticking up for her against the toxic men, not going at her and letting his dumb toxic bros talk crazy to her. Are you Lala, you are crazy. This is insane. You keep your commitments, except for to his wife, his number one commitment, where he failed her so horribly and never had her back, threw her under the bus, embarrassed her, would humiliate her to stand up for Sandoval and these. Lala, you're the worst, dude. You are the worst. I hope Katie never talks to you again. She deserves so much better. So does Ariana.
And I really appreciate that because especially when you're doing a podcast, you don't know who you've teed up and then last.
Oh, so he shows up to the podcast because he has nothing better to do and he needs it for like relevancy, even though I don't know who's listening to your podcast. No offense, all offense, but
minute they're like, I can't make it.
Everybody's got a I love podcasting. It's so fun.
Yeah, but and I bet you're good at it because this is so fucking.
It wasn't. What? I know my energy is a little lower today. I'm a little more subdued than normal. But this was not funny.
You've teed up and then last minute they're like, I can't make it.
Everybody's got I love podcasting. It's so fun.
Yeah, but and I bet you're good at it because this is so fucking.
No, this has
easy.
been so easy. I've been over here forgetting I'm on. I'm just listening to you guys.
All right, what's your go-to comfort meal after a brutal day?
Probably. I've already thought too long. Oh my
Triple
god!
pepper, but he hasn't tried it yet.
Honestly, I love Mexican food, like a nice chicken or carne asada.
Wow, what a novel meal. Schwartz just tries to like, what can I say? That'll play all the sides.
Not a burrito. I feel like my favorite is like I love Italian food. Oh my god.
Italian. You know, my favorite food is Mexican, Italian, Asian food, American food, British food, Irish food, Canadian food. Give me some, what are those fries called again? I was going to say punani. That's not the fries. Putang. That's not it either. Putanani. You guys put it in the chat. You know what I'm talking about. The gravy fries. Delicioso. He's adding in all the areas. Brazilian food. Oh, God. I love it. Poutine. Yep. Not punani. Poutine. He's going to mention them all.
Balls.
Meatballs. I love Old Spaghetti Factory. Shut up.
Shut the fuck up. Me too.
Shut the fuck up. I love garbage Old Spaghetti Factory too. Lala is like Janet in that they think it's like a badge of honor to like chain restaurants. Everybody eats chain restaurants. They're like, oh my God, no way. You eat Old Spaghetti Factory? So does a lot of America. Oh my God, do you like chilies? Oh my fucking God, so do I. Don't know anyone else that likes chilies.
Ew,
Sophia got me
Spumoni
into
ice
that.
cream at the end?
Forget about it.
Yeah, forget about it.
You know your shit.
Honey, I'm from Utah. All we knew was
Chili's,
chain
Applebee's,
restaurants.
Soul Spaghetti
Top
Factory.
tier meal. We're going to Outback Steakhouse. What?
Oh, if we were going
Fuck
top
yes.
tier, Texas Roadhouse.
Oh, yeah.
The
forget about
best.
it.
What's the weirdest DM you've ever gotten?
They're so vanilla. Except during what of all, like that dark chapter in my life. Got some nasty ones.
Did they get a little spicy?
Yeah. Someone called me a mediocre shit stain along that. It's really just that one hurt. She reduced my whole life.
Whoever called Schwartz, was it me? I don't remember. Whoever called Schwartz a mediocre shit stain, I mean, spot on. And he's mentioned this multiple times in multiple interviews, and I think on Watch What Happens Live. In the clips that I saw, I think he mentioned that. Correct me if I'm wrong. But that really bothered him. But he should have mediocre shit stain merch.
Life to a mediocre shit stain.
Look at him pissed. Dude, you're just a mediocre shit stain.
Not even a good shit stain. Not a full bad shit stain. Like just mediocre. Just gets by. A very privileged shit stain.
Like, everything I've done, I feel like I've enriched people's lives, and I've led a pretty fascinating life. She's like, that one hurt. She got me.
That woman, I want to meet her, and she's fucking awesome.
She had a blue check mark. I forgot her name. She was like,
she probably pays.
She's a pop culture guru or something.
She sounds fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that she does.
Why are we doing this? Because you asked me to. Maybe not you in particular, Lucinda or Lisa. But I said, what if I get this many comments? I'll roast the podcast. So you were like, why are we doing this? Because you asked me to. Maybe not you in particular.
I'm not really relating it to you on what she said, but who
There are a
comes
lot
up
of
with that?
people
That's so good.
I could call that for sure.
What's
Not
one
you.
red flag you used to ignore that you now take seriously?
Just drinking too much, being sloppy, and yeah, there's no reason to ever just cheat. Just cheating is just I can't believe I used to get so drunk that I would just
So you're the red flag. Schwartz is the red flag.
like make out with a stranger. It seems so ridiculous now in hindsight.
Well, I mean, in all fairness, I used to get wasted and wake up next to random men, but I always knew I used a condom because I'd see the wrapper on the floor.
I'm so proud of her.
I'm so sorry, Ethan. Just ignore me.
Did you ever miss that, Lala?
No.
I thought we weren't going to talk about that in front of White Boy Dread's brother.
No. I am such a square now, Tom.
I do enjoy people's dark passengers. Like I know that was a very toxic time in your life when you're getting wasted.
The thing is,
but it was fun too.
it wasn't always toxic.
No, it wasn't.
It was after my dad died, which was only 6 months between my dad passing and me getting sober. The rest of the time was like really a fucking heyday. I had a blast. I don't regret one fucking moment.
We were just talking, me and Stacey were just talking about our trip to Cabo, remember?
Yeah.
I love that trip.
The one, did I have dark hair though?
I think so.
Isn't that where you fucking took
Everyone
your
thought
top
I was
off?
on Molly.
We rolled. we did a lot of things.
Oh, yes. The infamous trip where you wanted all the other ladies to like you. So you took your tots out in front of their boyfriends.
No, y'all rolled.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
They thought I was rolling because I was having everyone touch me, but it's because I was suffering from tremendous anxiety and Sunday scaries. Or Sunday scaries?
Sunday scaries.
Oh, that came
for
out
real.
sounding not right. What song is currently living rent free in your brain?
Let's see. I really like this producer, Orlando Higginbottom. He's totally enormous.
Is that a
60
DJ?
Dinosaurs. You guys know him?
No.
He's a producer. He makes such great music. Check him out.
I would
Totally-
die to see your Spotify playlist.
I have a feeling there's like no words. Is it a lot of just like sounds?
There's words. I have a lot of hip hop too. I'm getting into country. I just listen to the new Morgan Wallen. Morgan Wallen?
Yeah, who doesn't love Morgan Wallen?
Shut up already, you guys. Brian Scott Patterson says, Lala thinking she's getting a sponsorship. Oh my God, I love Long John Silver's Arby's because it looks like my vagine. Did I mention I have 2 kids? I also love tacos. In Reseda. Oh my God. Nachos Bel Grande. All of the things. Love, love, love. Oh.
His new album is so good.
He makes great music.
Wow.
Isn't Morgan Wallen like a racist or something? I don't know.
What's the most Tom Schwartz thing?
Not Morgan. I get Morgan Wallen and Morgan, Kyle's girlfriend mixed up.
You've ever done in real life?
Not on camera.
Not on camera.
I feel like a really Tom Schwartzy thing is you taking shots with random people when you
Yes.
go out. You love
that. And like
to do
just
that.
giving my phone to people and then me following their Instagram accounts. I have boundaries now. I'm not following anybody more. I follow 8,500 people, I think.
That is beyond, and I'm so angry about this.
You need to get them out. Get them out of there.
I know, like Katie and like Sophia would just like, you can't just give your phone to someone. You just like, what if they go to your like Venmo or something? I'm like, I don't know.
Oh, well, there's a Tom Schwartzy thing.
Wait, let's see, guys. Let's see my follower account. This is egregious, by the way. 7,401. No more.
Schwartz, you've got to unfollow some people.
You
That's
gotta- yeah.
absolutely
You gotta
not-
Why can't he follow 7,000 people? Lala's like, I unfollow people all the time, my own friends. And I give weird excuses for like, I want a certain number. And then that doesn't make sense because then I follow people and screw up that number.
I don't want to hurt their feelings a little bit.
Oh, fuck them. You'll never even see them again in your life.
That's what you think, but I'm in the bars a lot. I'm at TomTom hosting a lot.
That is true. But I'm in your boat. I rather keep following them and not have that awkward fucking
You wanna know what
conversation
you
when you
do?
see them again. It's not worth it.
You click unfollow on their end. Like it looks like they unfollowed you. So then it looks like you retaliated with an unfollow. I've never personally done that.
No, but that's a good one. I'm taking that one.
But it would
Yes, you have, girl. I didn't know that you could do that. How many times do you think Lala's used that as an excuse? You unfollowed me first. But really, it was just she unfollows, then she said you can click unfollow, right? as a retaliatory. Oh, and then be like, oh, I did it as a retaliation to you doing it. How does she know this? Oh, she is serious about her social media pettiness.
A very Tom Schwartz way of doing it. Hold on. What's one scent that instantly calms you down? You're not very rapid at this game.
Yeah, I know. This is like a whole podcast in itself.
I know.
I love what's that? I love Palo Santo.
Oh,
it's supposed to like cleanse the energy in your room.
Palo Santo.
It smells really good. Those little wood sticks. Oh my God. They're lovely.
Last one. What's your most irrational fear that you low-key stand by?
I have an irrational fear of
commitment, being good to women who love me, standing up to toxic men, saying no to do shitty podcasts like this.
What am I scared of?
White boy dreads.
Oh my God, you guys help me. I don't really have any.
This guy is so afraid to like, I don't know, just say something. He's like, he does a play all sides type.
Rational fears.
I mean, you've kind of been through a lot of shit. So I don't think anything could really scare you.
I have one.
What?
So like, I don't like walking around naked. I have an irrational fear like an owl or like an eagle's gonna swoop down and just grab my penis and pluck it off. Yeah.
Maybe you just should have not answered.
Even like in your bed, like out of the shower?
Out of the shower, of course. But
like, no, like, do you hate being naked in your own room even a little bit?
I feel like I get sweaty when I'm naked. If I sleep naked, right?
I don't love sleeping naked.
You do?
I wear more clothes to bed than I do out in public.
I can't be naked in my own room. I feel weird.
Lala put cameras everywhere.
Do you guys walk around the house naked? Well, no, obviously.
Well, no, but like,
he doesn't live in my house. No.
Oh my God. Does Schwartz think he's writing the White Lotus season 4? This incestuous talk. And what is going on with your nose, white boy dreads? Why are we picking our nose the whole podcast?
But like
my house is all chicks.
I am. My bathroom is in my room. I will get out of the shower with a towel. I will have my pants ready, and then I put them on under the towel, and then I take the towel off. Door's locked. No one's there.
He's a never nude.
But
I used to feel like very comfortable. Now I'm in a bathrobe at all times.
That's the best
Love
way
a
to be.
bathrobe.
Life is good when you're in a bathrobe.
Can I tell you my irrational fear?
Yeah.
I am terrified that I will accidentally put nail glue in my eyes instead of eye drops.
Wow.
Or Afrin?
Not Afrin.
I've almost
nail
done that.
glue. You're fucked. You're blind if you do that. So I am very. Oh my God, I have to.
You just unlocked a new fear.
I have to. It's giving me anxiety just thinking about it. I have to like literally examine the bottle for a long time.
Does it look like? Does nail glue look the same as eye drops?
Make sure it's not playing tricks on me.
That's not irrational.
No.
Yeah, that isn't at all. If I were you, I'd be keeping the nail glue in your.
I keep it in separate places, but I'm like, what if my mother? What if my mother
That's a
can't
good
see for
point.
shit? See something small, and she's like, there's a dropper for eyes, and I'd like accidentally do that.
The ocean too. I'm terrified of the ocean. I won't go anywhere past my waist.
Oh, you're in good company.
Oh, I won't go past my ankles.
Yeah. Maybe if I have a few cocktails, I get a little courage, a little liquid courage, but I'm scared of sharks.
I saw a girl.
What?
Well, I just saw a girl like getting pulled out, and her
Achilles.
a shark ripped like her whole calf off. So I will not go up to my knee.
No. Ankle deep. Do you remember? And then we'll sign off. But when we were in Mexico, I think it was Playa del Carmen, and we all went skinny dipping, just the girls. I don't know if you remember. We all go
At the trip where Schwartz like disappeared overnight on the beach.
Skinny dipping. The next day, we go to the front desk, and they're like, "Did you have a good time?" We're like, "Yeah, we went swimming last night." They were like, "There are alligators out there."
Crocodiles.
Oh, it's crocodiles that
Saltwater
can go back and
crocodiles.
forth.
Yeah.
There are crocodiles out there. You guys cannot do that again. I'm like, what the fuck, production? We were out there like laughing, like putting our tits together, like, and one of us could have just been chomped.
No, it's
Well, the alligators were probably just as enthralled.
Is it a
just-
crocodile?
Wait, the season finale. If the saltwater crocodiles would have ate their tits off.
For an
The
alligator.
crocodiles in Mexico.
Fuck that.
They're salties there. They're very aggressive compared to an American alligator.
They were
Oh
just
my
watching
God.
you guys be naked, and they were just.
No, now I'm such a square. If
Couldn't even
there's
think about
any
eating.
chance I could get hurt, I'm not doing it.
Unless
All right. Well, that was fun, you guys. Wow, Lala, what a show. What a show. Lala and Co. put on. Yeah. Is it your child's name, Ocean? Oh my God, you guys. All right. Well, we did it. We got through it. Join me back here at 3:30 Pacific if you are a member on YouTube or on Patreon, and we will talk, have some fun with Steven. Maybe talk more Love Island and such, but smash that like on your way out. You guys are wonderful pumpkin spice babies. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the super chats, Indiana Girl Jules and Chickenhead PK Neely. Evelyn, thank you for gifting memberships. Don't forget to smash the like. Don't forget to leave a comment. And if you are on the replay crew and you made it to the end of this video, how did you do it? Let us know how you did it. And make sure you put a disco ball emoji. Oh my God, that was like so painful. All right. I love each and every one of you guys. Except for Lala. And I'll see you on the members later this afternoon. Always remember to enjoy yourself. It's later than you think. Bye.